19 First Alert forecast. Certified most accurate since 2004.
Our quiet September pattern, weather-wise, is going to continue over the next few days, and we'll finally be getting warmer each day with plenty of sunshine expected. Our high temperature trend finally at seasonable as we head through this week, and then Saturday, 80 degrees there. Now, temperatures looking to back off a bit on Sunday and Monday. Our latest model data coming in saying that we could end up seeing a low pressure system come nearby to perhaps give us a bit more in the way of clouds, even a few showers, and as a result, cooler temperatures. There's still a bit of uncertainty on this, but I would say we're at least a week away from a significant pattern change. In the near term, looking good this evening as the Guardians start their series with the Royals. 6:40 first pitch. We're at 66 for that with sunshine, cooling pretty quickly after the sun goes down. Lower 60s during the final inning under a mostly clear sky. Your low temperatures tonight, not quite as chilly as where they were this morning, but nonetheless, some spots getting close to the 30s again. 41 in Worcester tonight, 43 in Dover. We'll fall to around 45 in Akron and stay in the upper 40s near 49 in Cleveland, especially near the lake shore. Tomorrow looking very nice and warmer. 77 Cleveland, Elyria, Medina. 76 in Worcester. Will be at 77 in Norwalk and 75 from Menor over to Ravenna. Here's a look at First Alert Future View. The dry stretch continues as we head over the next several days. A decent amount of sunshine each day, but that pattern finally begins to break down as we do head into the second half of the weekend with that low pressure system coming near. Now, as we do get closer, we'll have to fine-tune some details. Models have a difficult time with these systems. It'll be a cutoff low, so it's displaced or just by itself from the actual jet stream. But you can see later on Sunday a few showers creeping in here, and we may see these lasting into Monday as well. This is a very early look at the rainfall we would receive through late Sunday, and it's not much, and it's not really where we need it. Far south where there's some drought conditions, we take a look at the drought monitor, and yeah, moderate drought has been creeping into some of our southern counties after a record dry August, especially for the Akron-Canton area. So we need the rain, and we'll see if we can finally get that here in about a week. But in the near term, looking nice. First Alert 7-day, mostly sunny as we head through the weekend. 80 degrees on your Saturday, and then beginning to cool off a bit with more clouds and the potential for a few showers with that system moving through Sunday and Monday.